What's up, guys? Big L00, and we have a video here. We're gonna do an unboxing video. So I did one of these a year ago with the reissue Metallica RELOAD, and I've been waiting for this reissue for a while. I actually didn't even order a vinyl or a CD for a specific reason until now. It came in today. Now I finally get to share this, and let's talk about it. When Load was being made, the original thought was, why not we do a double album, and that ended up not being the case. But however, the songs that they were able to finish, they put it out as Load, and later on, we ended up getting this one here. So this video will be about Reload, the 2026 remaster and reissue, which was done by their own company, Black Recordings. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. So they are my favorite band. In my Load video, I mentioned that Reload is home to one of my favorite songs of all time from the band, which is Fixer. And the reason why I love Fixer is because Fixer is basically about voodoo pins and relationships with parents. And I honestly have a horrible relationship with my own mother. And, she's just not a good person. So let's just kind of keep it at that. But I do, however, really love Fixer for what it is. And I was actually balls to the walls when they performed it. Although I was not there, I did watch the people actually recording it being played live, and I was amazed. Although James Hetfield did in fact struggle with it because it's a lot of vocal takes, so there is a lot on that. So let's take a look at all the LPs I have. Now I took all the downloadable cards out because I am going to be showing them. Here is Kill 'Em All, and here's its download card that I do own. So that is Kill 'Em All. And my bucket list album, which is Ride the Lightning, I too have its download card. And, oh, I'm sorry, here we go. Here is Ride the Lightning. Now, 1986's magnum opus, Master of Puppets. And so yeah, here is Master of Puppets. If I not remember correctly, I forgot to show this one here as a whole. So let's move that out of the way. Yeah, so here is Master of Puppets. Now, recently, I didn't publish this yet, but it will be at some point if I decide to do so. I did get the 1987 EP, the $5.98 EP, revisited. Here's its download card. The reason I'm not showing any of the codes is because it's none of yours. Go buy the fucking albums yourself. Here is my favorite album from the band, Injustice for All. This is the low bass version, as the official version, I must say. And we do have the one and only Metallica, the Black Album from 1991, the one that made them big. We have 1996's Load. Now, unfortunately, this got a bit bent when I was trying to put it in one time. So yeah, it is a bit bent, unfortunately, but which is fine because I actually did use the code for it for the issue. Now, believe it or not, there's two different versions of the reissue here. There's the official reissue on CD, which is the Outlaw Tour 9-minute 48, and this is the LP version. You can also get the extended version, and the deluxe box set, which is the full version of the Outlaw Tour. So yeah, when I did get this download card, I did in fact get the full version of the Outlaw Tour. So, which I was fine with because I actually do like the Outlaw Tour. And I also have 72 Seasons. This is fun fact. This is the Boston. I got this LP in Logan International Airport, so that is quite funny. So yeah, and for the CDs, it's kind of the same. There's actually a lot more I have. I own Kill 'Em All. I own Ride the. Hold on, where's Ride the Lightning? Oh yeah, right. I forgot. Ride the Lightning's right here. I totally forgot because here's Ride the Lightning. We got Master of Puppets. You got the $5.98 EP. Justice for All. Metallica RELOAD. This is the official reissue, 9 minutes 48 version. I have Saint Anger. Not really a big fan of this album, but it's okay. Death Magnetic, this is the original issue. This is the original version, like the one with this is the release version. Hardwired to Self-Destruct, the deluxe edition, 72 seasons. And I also have the East Rutherford shows, because I actually did get to see, I actually went to both these shows. And most of my footage is gone, so I do in fact have the recordings of this, which is a good thing. So yes, those are my CDs from the bands, and we're going to be showing off. Now, I did cover my tracking number and my address. This is, in fact, the Reload reissue. And let's go ahead and let's take a look at it. And here it is. This came in earlier today, and I'm a bit excited because, you know, I didn't get this. I didn't buy Reload for a reason. It's because I knew the reissue was coming out. I knew they were going to do it, and they're announced at some point. So I was like, when they announce the remaster, I'm going to wait it out. Because I actually do want to be consistent with the releases. So I also do want to get S&M and Garage Days when that does happen. So I can care less about the remasters of Saint Anger or Death Magnetic. I don't really care for those. So let's go ahead. And here we go. Let's open up the flap. Here we go. I did get the LP and the CD version. So here is the LP. Now, if you remember my Load issue from last year, this was a much bigger sticker, and this doesn't seem to be it. Reload remastered now on 180 gram vinyl featuring Fuel, The Memory Remains, Devil's Dance, and The Unforgiven 2. And here is a picture of them. Now, on the top is Jason Lanyard, Jason Newsted. We got James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, and we got Lawrence Ulrich. Kirk's looking like he's being fucking withered away. Now, here we go. Fuel, The Memory Remains, Devil's Dance, The Unforgiven 2, Better Than You, Slither, Carbon Dime Baby, Bad Seed, Where the Wild Things Are, Low Man's Lyric, Prince Charming, Low Man's Lyric Attitude, and Fixer. And here is the CD version, basically the same thing. Now, these are all just the same version. It's not like Load where, you know, it's like a much different version. So, yeah, there is a lot to take in with this. I am, in fact, really, really surprised that this is actually not as big as the Load issue one. Now, the Load, it looked such like a big vinyl because it was so compact, and the sticker was so compact. Everything about that reissue on LP was so compact. This doesn't seem like it's as compact as it was. Yeah, that's kind of my illusion. It feels a lot bigger than it actually was. So yeah, here's the Load, here's the Reload. Now, what am I a bigger fan of? I do think both these albums work equally well. You know, Load does have a lot of great songs. It has King Nothing. You know, let's see the songs on here that I actually do like, really. It has Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, Hero of the Day. It has Poor Twisted Me's fine. And I actually do like The Outlaw Torn a lot, actually. This one has Fuel, The Memory Remains, Devil's Dance, Where the Wild Things Are, you know, and even Fixer, which is one of my favorite songs. So there's a lot to take in with this. So we are gonna do the standalone LP version first because I want to get this out of the way. And I am going to be getting a vinyl sleeve in a minute for this. I forgot to get it out, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. So yeah, this was released in late 1997. This was, a lot of the stuff was made during the Load sessions. And, you know, when they were, what was it that they were making? I forgot their demos. But they had like some like weird name for it. Oh, Smashbox, whatever it was. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I do want to keep the hype sticker. I wasn't able to keep the hype sticker for Load, unfortunately, because it ripped apart. But it is what it is. So yeah, we have Reload. Here we go. Here is the Reload LP. Oh, look what flew out! This thing's like the first thing that flew out. Look at this. This is the Reload downloadable card. I will not be showing the QR code, and I actually had to blur it out when I did the Load one, which was a good thing, so I will not be showing it. Now, let's take a look at the LPs. We got the lyric sheets for these. Ooh, look at this. Very similar to Load, because, mind you, these are both the same album, really. So, yeah. Let's take a look at sides 1 and 2. Side 1, we got Fuel, The Memory Remains, Devil's Dance, The Unforgiven 2. And we got side 2, Better Than You, Slither, Carpum Dine, Baby. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So yeah, like, I did not... I made sure to, you know, be consistent with this. And here is side 3 and 4. Side 3. Let's see what side 3 contains. Side 3, Bad Seed, Where the Wild Things Are, Prince Charming. And then we got Low Man's Lyric, Attitude, and Fixer. So yes, it does say Man on the Top Man on the Metallic Press. Gone Insane, The Memory Remains. That's a pretty good lyric message here. So yeah, this is not as exciting as the Load one, because the Load one was such, like, the Load one to me was kind of a big deal, because it's like, it was honestly the first time I was actually physically around Metallica for the reissue. I mean, I was there for the Black Album reissue, but I didn't really pay attention to it, because to me it was like, you know, I wasn't really doing any of this at the time. I did see a Black Album reissue in Target, so I bought it, but I didn't have a turntable. I didn't give a shit. And here we are. This is Reload. And now we're going to be taking a look at the CD here. Reload Remastered. This is like the #1 interesting part of this here. This is like... We're going to be careful with this. Now, what do I think of the Reload Remaster? There's a massive difference compared to... there's actually a big difference compared to the original master and the remaster. The remaster is actually a lot more... it's a lot more spacious compared to the original mix, where... listen, the original mixes for Reload are not terrible. They're not. They're actually probably some of the best mix albums of that generation. But I always kind of found it, like, so unequivocally boring, which is part of the reason why, you know, they do the mixes the way that they do now, because that's just the way that it is. So let's open up the flap. And look, we got... I thought James was flipping the bird for a sec. We got James, Lars, Kirk, and Jason. So yes, let's see this is the booklet here. It's a lot less blue. Yeah, it's James up there. Oh, this smells so fresh, because mind you, they just printed these. So. And let's see this is compared. Let's take a look at the difference between this one and the Load CD. All right, here is the Load reissue. Now, mind you, this was actually something I got when I got the CD, unfortunately. I did not fuck around with this. And yes, the CD actually survived Italy. I went to Italy last year, right after I got this. But, like, believe it or not, like, when I did the LP, I was working so fucking much where I was working at the time, and like when I did that video, I basically was like, okay, it's here, I'll do this one take and I'll go. So like whatever you saw me in that video, whatever fuck up you saw, that was in one whole take. I did not edit it. I wanted to get it out. It was something I needed to get out, and I did it. This one I don't really have to do it this year, so I mean, I'm still gonna do one take, but it's like, it's not really required. So, and let's take a look at the Load version. Now this is the Load. This is the Load CD flap, and this is the Reload. They're very different. They really took a lot of differences here with these here, and it's like, you can even see that the logos are actually opposite of each other. This logo could be on here, and this, obviously. Let's take a look. Yep, obviously very, very different from... The only problem is that they did not use the black for the fucking song. You can't even see anything on here, which it is what it is. And if you actually look at the original here, this actually works just fine. And then you look at the Reload version. You look at Reload. And the reason why am I comparing these albums? Because they're basically the same album, but they're packaged differently. They're packaged differently, but everything else is the same. Like, if you wanted to, you can call this. This is like the Use Your Illusion albums of Metallica, and I know I don't even like Guns N' Roses, but that's really the only example I can think of in the back of my head. But you know, that's just kind of it. So yeah, you can take a look. There's like a massive difference. Like, there's like no band portrait on here compared to this. So you can even see that the pictures here are so generically different. Basically, probably from the same photo shoots. I don't know, but yeah, there's a significant difference between Load and Reload, and you know, there are differences, but you know, I like them equally. I can't really say which is better. I mean, I think Load has more consistency, but Reload has the better relatability. So yeah, there is like a lot to take in with Reload and all these other songs. So yeah, there's like a whole lot for this, and you know, what do I think of it? Now, obviously, this is all like all the way open, but it's gonna take some time. So now let's kind of go into this. Now, when Reload was announced, I didn't buy it right away. I did not buy it right away. I waited a little bit, and then I pre-ordered it, and then it came in probably way earlier than the Reload one. This came in like a little bit later in the fact. What do I think of now? For this year, you know, I don't really have to deal with all the X, Y, and Z. This is kind of like a good take in my opinion. Like, the fact that I even get to do this now. I mean, I know people are like view this and then they're gonna be like, okay, now that I have my box set, I'm going to review it now. Here's my review and watch my review. Like, I mean, I was one of the first people to kind of do an unboxing video of the reissue last year because, you know, I knew everyone was hyped for it, you know, and I wanted to do it. And I also did it in that time frame because I had so much going on. So whatever little space I had, that's what you got. It's going to be the same thing here, but a lot less different. So, this is, I really do like the packaging on this. It's not as, like, consistently good as the Load one, but I'll put this in a flap and call it a day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and and if you guys really want to know why I don't buy box sets, I don't really like spending $260 on box sets. The only box set I ever bought was the Anno Domini thing, and that was because I didn't think those albums were ever to be reissued, and then they ended up being standalone reissues. So I was like, oh, so it was useless then. I mean, at least I got some good shit out of it. I'm actually thinking of hanging up one of my posters in my room once all this is all, you know, situated. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and buy the remaster. The remaster is a much better remaster than the Load version, which is probably why I like it a lot more. But yeah, see you guys later, and see you guys in my next review.